Hello guys, it's 12 o'clock to Sewe and today is the 27th day of April 2025 and it's been an amazing week, it's been an awesome one. Today is a Sunday, so my previous week was how will I put it now? Coming from like that was the upper week where I was feeling very insufficient, inadequate, like where I was just putting in like I was just half-assing almost all of my activities for that previous week. This one now that we just recently concluded, I think I was a bit like I was more driven because my mantra then was like when I went back exercising, when I went back with my schedule, I was not like so like the first time I think on Monday I was tired. Then this mantra started singing in my head like we don't stop because we're tired. We stop when we are done. Like to complete my raps, I will just be chanting into my head like you don't stop when you are tired. You stop when you are done. You stop when you are done. Then scheduling time for your breaks. It was fun. I felt I leveled up. I was still able to like catch up with my own, like think like an entrepreneur. I be act like think like an entrepreneur, but act like a CEO. So I was following up on that one. I'm almost done with that book. Then height of my week. Yes, this is the height of my week. Like highlights. Concerning like let me just put it like this. In my trading, yeah, like I was experimenting with a $50 account. So remember I went back trading inside the month of April. I was not trading in March. I started trading in April. So I dedicated like $100 for this project. So I was supposed to like trade $50 and see what happens. And I'll not trade the other one. But when that other $50 was sitting on my deriv, I was like, I need to deploy this money. I need to put this money to work. So I invested like opened slots in my Mental Pro smart contract account, like from slot 1 to slot 3, the S power matches. I did that. So I was thinking like my last line of defense would be let's say I get low on cash and I need to like refill it. If something goes wrong, I would sell my iPhone X. So entering inside this week, I already concluded that I'm going to sell my iPhone X because trading wise, and I know I told you guys I was struggling, but in the overall inside that $50 account, I was already profitable on the account. So you get like I've already withdrawn more than that $50 on that account because I was not really supposed to be withdrawing money. I was supposed to just trade the entirety of the $50 account, but things happened. I was focusing on trading. I was not making money off mental whale because I was not promoting heavy again. So on the very day I was not supposed to sell it, I want to charge it. I want to charge it because I've already transferred my files, moved my information inside my new phone. So it fell from my hand. But I was like, let me just go and charge because during that time we were not having light. So when I brought the phone back in the evening, I was pressing it. The screen was no longer pressed. I was like, what is happening to me? Because it was like this was the money I was supposed to use. So as at now, as I'm making this video, I don't have any naira, like zero naira. There's no money in my trading account. I was like, wow. Then this scripture came to my head. I was like, all things work together for my good. That's what I said. But as at that time, I don't really know where the scripture was, but I was just saying it. All things work together for my good. All things work together for my good, like as a means to console myself, though. But I think after I slept off that night, when I woke up, I was like, I need to go and find the scripture. Like, where is it actually in the Bible? And it happens to be in Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Amplified version will say, he said, we have an assurance and that we know that God, in being a partner in our labor, that's in being partner in their labor, but now like in our labor, all things work together for good. Like all things work together like all things work together. All things work together in the plan for good for those that love the Lord and are called in accordance into his divine plan and purpose. So all things don't work together for good for everybody. All things work together for good for those that love God. You get? So I had to like find that scripture, start reading it contextually, like in context and what it means, so I can like reap the full benefits of the scripture. So which other thing? So in doing that, I went for that because I know that if all things work together for our good, there's still this part of scripture that used to say, let me just quote it. Philippians 2 Philippians 2 verse 9. Is it verse 9? I mean verse 13. I think it's Philippians 2 verse 9, Joe, that says, "It is the Lord who worketh in us." Like it is the Lord who worketh in us both to will and to do works of his good pleasures. So the ability to will, to always be like, I want to please God, like I want to do deeds that will please God, the desire in us, like he's the one that gives us the ability to have that desire, then to have the will, then to have the strength to do works unto his good pleasures. Do you get? So that one was there. Then I learned the scriptures. This one now was in Psalms chapter what now? Why is this one confusing me now? Anyhow, I think this one is like Psalms chapter 15. Psalm 15 verse 19. If I'm wrong, I'll get myself corrected. Yes, now. Psalm 15. Psalm chapter 15 verse 19. But anyways, this is the scripture, this is what it's saying. It was like, may the words of my mouth and may the meditations of my heart be acceptable unto the Lord, my refuge and my unto the Lord, my refuge and my redeemer. Yes, that's the scripture. I don't know if I missed the place where it was, but those scriptures they've been consoling me. But that, like when that phone got spoiled, that romance, so it's not romance, that Proverbs chapter 5, no, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 and 6, Proverbs 3 5 and 6, I'm sure of this one, that one that said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all of your ways acknowledge the Lord and he will direct all of your paths. So that one, I was only still holding on to the scriptures because I was like, yeah, we'll make plans, we'll strategize, we'll deploy money, because money is a very, very obedient servant, but it's a very cool master. So that was that about that one, though. So like that. So that one was consoling me. That Proverbs chapter 3, 5 and 6. So that one is which other thing. And this is the last part of this video. Like last week I was telling you guys that I want to do like an association with smoking and music. Like if I'm able to cut out my music, like my Afrobeats, let me see how like my intake of smoking will look like. There was from my observation, like the connection with it is very high. So when I was able to disconnect it, it was not really easy. Like it was shocking me that like intentionally abstaining from music was going to be like something that would be like tough. But it was something nice. It was a nice experience. It allowed me to stretch. So I did it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it was on that Thursday, it was on Thursday when I was supposed to go and sell down my phone, that one of this, like the screen got bad because the phone fell. When I collected it back from where I went to charge it, the screen got bad. So that was when I like started playing music again. Like got high, Then when those verses were not consoling me. So that's that about that. So this one will be the bye bye inside the video. This week and beyond, to our increase, there will be no end. Bye.